Hi everyone, we've just left the Stonebridge Park and 150 kilometers away from there we are visiting the Cliff Dwellers National Monument Park. It should be an interesting afternoon. Come and join us. It's late in the afternoon, so we decided to split the tour. Susan's going to take the lower and I'm going to take the upper, and we'll meet back at the car later on this afternoon. There's a guy standing at the gate. Make sure you got water. If you don't have water, send you back to your car or to the store to get some water, which is a good idea. Nice path. This looks like it's going to be an easy walk. Or not. We'll see how it gets on further up. That's where I came from. Up that path. Path is good, smooth, dry. I have to do the upper because this is Heritage Day and it's only open today. Other times it's closed. Gotta cross this river here. Well, it's dry stream bred. I'm really gonna have to speed up this film for this walk because it's gonna take at least 50 minutes to climb to the top of this mountain, and I want to make the video in 20. Quite a hike. Rangers up ahead along the trail speaking to other people, but I don't want to videotape them. I don't want them to feel kind of subconscious, so I'll just bypass that bit and hear what they're talking about.
Fascinating. The whole thing of this place is it used to be a state park until Arizona defunded all their state parks, and so an outside corporation, company, nonprofit, I don't know what they are exactly, bought the park and turned it into freedom. But their main focus is just desert plants.
Those two people just passed me on their way back down. They're heading towards the ranges. This is obviously the upper dwellings. On that ridge up there, there's some caves, and I can see people up there. But that's one hell of a walk. Wish me luck. Reasonably tough, but if you're unfit like me, you can still do it. Switchbacks all the way up the side of this mountain. There are the ranges. There is the lake or dam. There is where I'm going. Switch back. This course that's taken us around the side of the mountain, and then look at these lovely flowers. He said don't pick any. Quite right. The bees are collecting nectar all along the path. It's funny. Carry on climbing. These barrel cactuses don't have deep roots, and you can see this one has been supported by 2 pieces of wood to hold it up. Switch back. Oh, fellow travelers. You can see the ranges far below. They have ranges every so many hundreds yards apart. I think in case a person has trouble or gets into trouble, they can respond quickly.
That's where I'm going. Close. Getting close. Oh, I can really see the whole dam now. Nearly on the same level. So, up and down, very slight.
This reminds me of patrolling in the Chimani Mountains back in Zimbabwe. That was a long time ago.
Was a bit of extreme climbing. They did a great job on this path. Must have taken them months to do it. And a lot of labor.
Beautiful view from up here. Video just doesn't do it justice. You feel the cool breeze and the lake and everything. It's wonderful up here. But man, I sweated to get up here a little bit.
It's not too difficult, but the more you go up, the more you go down, which is a good thing. The more you go down, the more you have to go up. That's not a good thing. There we are. Now we see, oh yeah, overhanging slightly. Sail falling down.
And there were a lot of people living here for hundreds of years before that even.
So, in Colorado, so we've been to Mesa Verde before, but that was way earlier, wasn't it?
It was a different time. I'm trying to think when some of those were built.
I'm thinking almost like 600s to 800s if I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, and somewhere between 60 and 100 people could have lived at this particular dwelling.
You said there was 3,000 people. Did some of them just live down in the basin?
Yeah.
A lot of them?
Yep. At least 3,000 within the entire basin area.
Okay.
I think they estimated about 30 people living in these particular dwellings that we're looking at right now. I just can't imagine somebody looking after crops in the valley all day and then having to climb this hill to get home for the evening meal. They must have had legs like tree stumps. The closest source of water for these dwellings were down at the bottom when I walked in that dry river creek bed. It was grass and green there, and there's actually springs there, so that's where they went down to get water.
Well, that was interesting to say the least. They've basically cordoned off, so you can't climb on the structure. Some of the structure is falling down and they're supporting it. Very interesting. I don't know what it was like for the people that lived there, about 30 families apparently. And they were mainly farming communities, so how they farmed, I don't know. Unless they farmed down there, they went down there for water, near the streams. Yeah, so you imagine coming back from farming every evening and having to climb this hill to get home. That's something else. But you know, I asked them why did they why do they think they left the area? They said basically it was time to go. They'd realized that this wasn't the place they needed to be, so they moved on to another place, and where that place was not here. So basically they abandoned this little town. But it's amazing how somebody could climb up on the side of a rocky face and, you know, construct stone and mud houses. I mean, I'm just looking around here. To get the mud, they'd have to filter out all this gravel. So it boggles the mind how determined people are to do stuff. But hey, it was worth it. The climb was tough. But having said that, you know what? You only do this once, right? And I've done it, and I like it. I'm glad I did it. I'm a much better man for it because first of all, I overcame my difficulties of climbing at age 71, and also learned a little bit more about how people lived a long time ago. Was it worth it? Everything's worth it, because how can you not investigate something from someone's past so you can look into their way of living and realize how lucky we have it nowadays. Our ancestors went through this, and it was tough for them, but here we are, so they must have survived. Yep. Was it worth it? For me, yes. Coming down, of course, is a lot easier than coming up, but you got to be careful because it's not too steep, but you tend to go a little bit fast, and you can tumble, you can stumble over a stone and fall, which could give you nasty grazes, and of course falling on a cactus plant wouldn't be happy at all either. There's a ranger down there. You need really good hiking boots, and I'm glad I brought mine along. These are my Merrells that I bought in Southwest Africa, in Windhoek actually, because I was in need of a pair of hiking boots, and they've served me well ever since. That was like 4 years ago. And we're walking down into the riverbed, and on our right we have a ranger. How's it going?
Doing all right.
Wow, that's quite a walk up there.
Yes, it is. About
Just-
a 3-mile round trip.
Wow, do those guys up there, they do it every day and wait up there for people to come?
Not every day, no. So this is just for Heritage Days, which is
Yeah,
today and
okay.
tomorrow. Otherwise, it's a guided tour.
Okay, so that's a guided tour to the top one, and the other one then you can just walk to.
Any day.
Yeah, good to know. We came on the right day then.
You did.
Thank you very much.
Timing.
Bye-bye now.
Have a good day.
You too.
They did a fancy job on this trail. Look at these stairs. All those rocks placed evenly and spaciously. I can't believe they did that by hand, because it would have taken a lot of strength to move those rocks. However way they did a good job, and I'm glad for it, because it makes for an easy descent and an easy climb for that matter. Could you imagine the water coming down this gully? You wouldn't be able to walk here then. This place would be flooded. You notice how very green it is here, the grass and everything? So that's part of the springs I was talking about. You probably, if you dig down in the riverbed there, you would find water. They did it in the old days, I guess. I can hear some birds tweeting around there in the trees. I can't actually see them, but I mean, it's good to know that there is fauna around here. Oh, there he is, hopping around. It's always nice to see a bit of wildlife when you go on a walk.
No water, and then all of a sudden there's a spring coming out of the ground. So that explains it. Most of the water's underground, so I guess they wouldn't have to dig too deep up there to get water. Maybe it flowed better in their days, but at least I saw it. Well, that answers my question about whether the water flows down here. Because these are retaining walls. They've obviously put this walls here to stop the water coming down the hill and washing into the bank and washing the bank away. So it's a protector. So they must have some serious water coming down here at some point. That's probably why it's a guided tour to the upper, because it could be dangerous in certain times of the year. Nearly back to the car. There's the car park right over there. Nearly home. There's the gate. That's the guy who'll turn you back if you don't have any water. And that up there is the other cave. It's on that cliff. I think that's where Susan went. I don't know if she made it, but we'll find out when. I'm gonna take the loop. This is the one Susan came on. It's been a good hike today.
So ends this video about upper cliff dwellers in Tonto National Park, and my next video will be the lower section. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe. You'll be notified when my next videos come out. See you and thank you for watching. Bye bye now.